Welcome to the Life with Joey Calvo podcast. I am Joey Calvo. Today I have, an amazing actress. And give me one moment. As a teen, she was discovered by a New York talent agent while singing and dancing her way through a production of Oklahoma with Ali Sheedy. And within a month, she was serenading Burger King customers with Who's Got the Best Darn Burger in the Whole Wide World. Horror fans may know her as Vickie from Friday the 13th Part 2, as well as the flirty Sheila from Girls Nite Out. And those soap opera fans may remember her as Stacey from the ABC TV show soap opera Loving. Ladies and gentlemen, Miss Lauren Marie Taylor, welcome to the podcast.
Joey. Thanks for having me on today.
Yes. So, how did we get to working with Ali Sheedy and then dealing with Jason and the horror movies and into the soap operas?
Well, we were all city kids. So my brother went to an all-boys school up in Manhattan. Allie went to another school, and then I went to a different school. And every year, the all-boys school that my brother went to would put on a couple of plays and the big spring musical. And Allie and my brother were high school sweethearts, and she was obviously very good. And so she was doing the romantic lead, Lori, and I was doing the comic relief, Ado Annie. And one of the performances, her management team came to see her in the show. And they said, hey, we think you'd be great in TV commercials. And I'm like, okay. And they said it's a good way to pay for college. And I'm like, okay, because I wanted to be a veterinarian, and that costs a lot of money. Those schools do that out of town and whatnot.
Yeah.
So I started doing it, and then it just kind of steamrolled into college, where I was missing a lot of classes because I was doing TV commercials. And then once, I think my first summer out of college, I did Friday. Yes, it was my first summer out of college. I auditioned for Friday the 13th, Part 2, which was called Jason back then. There wasn't a Part 2 yet because there wasn't a franchise.
Yeah.
And got the part. And the rest is just kind of folded and opened up from there.
Yeah. And so what led you from doing the horror movies to soap operas?
Well, I grew up with my grandparents, and my grandmother was a big soap opera fan. I mean, she had to be home in time for Another World. So we'd get home from school, and she'd flop herself on the couch, and this is before VHS and anything, and she would sit there and watch Rachel and all of her trials and tribulations.
Yep.
And I thought,
my mother was the same way too. My mother was the same way too.
It's really funny. So that when the opportunity to audition for soap operas came up, I was like, oh yeah, I know what those are. And I was screen tested for this one, that one, this one, that one. Never, always the bridesmaid, never the bride.
Right.
And it was pretty funny. And then they developed the new soap opera, so there were no shoes to fill, and I was able to get that part and make it my own for 12 years.
Yeah. Well, that's good. Yeah, because I read about when I read about that, I was like, okay. And then you also did Neighbors with the late John Belushi and Dan Aykroyd. How was that?
Oh, it was great. Listen, I mean, I don't know when this is going to air because I'm sure you're.
Oh, we're live right now.
Oh, you're live right now. Oh my gosh. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, that everybody knows it's election day.
Yeah.
And I posted a picture of myself on Instagram after I voted with the John Belushi as Blutarsky from Animal House, and it says,
"Oh my God,
President."
Yeah. Oh my God.
But that was a great time. I always my husband, I think, takes offense when I say this sometimes, but it was like the best time of my life for sure.
Yeah. John Belushi was a great actor and a great comedian, and I mean, it was a shame on how he passed and all that. And of course, Dan Aykroyd, still, going out and going from Neighbors to Ghostbusters to all these other great movies, and now hawking alcohol.
Oh
You know,
yeah, his Crystal Head vodka. Yeah, it's good
yeah,
stuff.
his vodka and everything. So yeah, yeah, they're great. And they were like a great duo, especially during the Blues Brothers. You know,
Oh, with Aretha Franklin. Oh, it was great.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yep.
Yeah, they were a lot of fun to work with. And then, of course, you're in a movie every day and I was hanging out with them afterwards and it just I guess maybe it's growing up in New York City and being jaded and all that, but I wasn't starstruck. People are like, "Oh my God, were you freaking out?" I'm like, "No, they're just actors just like I was."
Yeah. But they were just more famous, and they were all
Right.
and they were Saturday Night Live, at
Which
the
I
time.
hadn't really watched a whole lot of in the beginning. I
Yeah.
had to go back and watch old episodes, and
Oh
it was
God. Yeah.
crazy.
They were great back then. I mean, that shows my age as well, because, like I said, like Saturday Night Live is now going into their 50th season, and they're now coming out with a
Yeah,
movie, and they're coming out with
yeah.
a movie on it. Excuse me, one moment. Okay.
Where'd
Yeah,
you go?
they're coming out with a movie based on Saturday Night Live.
Yes.
So sorry, somebody just popped in on me. So, but yeah, um, so mainly you did Jason. You did. What about Girls Night Out? I somehow I never heard of this movie.
Yeah, Girls Night Out. I actually have where is it? I have the DVD of it in here. I actually have the VHS of it too.
Okay. Wow.
Yeah, it's Girls Night Out. There it is. There it is. That's
Yep.
me.
Uh, of course.
And obviously that's me.
Yeah.
And because I get killed through the window there. Um, it was one of those movies, again, as a young actress, and a lot of the other actors, and I talk about this all the time. When you're a young actor, you just audition for whatever comes your way, and
Mhm.
if you get it, you get it. If you don't, you don't. And
Great.
Girls Night Out was another horror movie. It was a great group of people,
Mhm.
very talented, surrounded by very talented actors and just a lot of fun. It was like our own personal animal house on
Yeah.
set. We had so much fun.
Yeah. Okay. And then you did something totally different. You were a teacher. What
I
what
know.
what what led that?
Well, what happened is,
Matter of fact, I'm sorry. Before you answer that, I'm going to introduce you now to the person who actually asked the question about this. And I kind of jumped ahead on. She is the number one fan, number one supporter of this podcast. She's also a real life superheroine, and this is her. Just give me one moment. And her name is American Fox. She looks like Wonder Woman without a lasso, of course. Um, but the question she actually had for you was, um, did you enjoy being an educator?
Absolutely. Um, I started as a teaching artist in our local school district. So I would go in, I would give these, after school classes to these children in third through fifth grade. And it just kind of snowballed into doing the musical with them in the springtime. And then I started directing community theater, which was multi-generational. So I was with a lot of kids a lot of the time. And, you know, I, it, it just evolved into me thinking about, all right, what am I going to give back
Mm-hmm.
in this world?
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people are like, well, you do movies and it's entertainment. It's like, yeah, but there was something more. And I went back to school and got my degree
Mm-hmm.
in elementary education. And
Okay.
I taught for almost 10 years,
Mm-hmm.
officially for 10 years. It was 15 altogether,
Right.
including the teaching artist stuff. But
Yeah.
I taught in East Harlem. And then
Okay.
when we opened up a sister school, we opened one up in Washington Heights, which
Mhm.
moved back to my roots in the Bronx. So
Yeah.
once in a while on social media, I'm only on Instagram, even though I have a Facebook page. Every
Yeah.
time I try to post something on Facebook, it goes on somebody else's wall. So I
Uh,
just gave up on that. I might have my assistant Liz do
well,
it for me. But
well,
anyway, long
yeah.
story short, I got a message about a year ago from a young lady, and she said, "Hi, you look a lot like my kindergarten teacher," because I taught kindergarten and
Oh,
first. "Are
wow.
you by any chance Miss Lauren who taught at such and such a school?" And I was like, "Oh my gosh, yes." And she said, "I'm really sorry for being a pain in the neck sometimes."
That's crazy because most of the teachers I know, I'm friends with. I was like buddy in school, and matter of fact, most of the high school teachers and like student council advisors and stuff, they're on my friends list on Facebook. So they and then it's like as soon as like one thing goes down on me, they're like, that's not the Joey Calvo we know. Joey Calvo was never like this. And then I learned um, during time, my nieces and nephews had some of my teachers,
Ah,
and they turned around and they literally said to them, "Your uncle was never like this." I says, "Oh my god!" I said, and then to find out that the biology teacher I had, my sister had her before I had her, and I wound up acing her class. But not because I knew, not maybe because I knew my sister had her. But yeah, those were the days. Yeah, those were the days. So the next question American Fox has for you is um, now um, how was the transition from being an actress to being a mom?
oh, I was an actress and a mom at the same time. I was on the
Yeah.
soap opera when I had all three kids.
Oh, okay.
So, to me, acting was my job, like
Okay.
any other, mom or dad or whatever. It's just having children just adds that layer,
Mm-hmm.
to your life, and your life together. So it was not, it was just seamless.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. And, well, now it's a puppy bomb on top of that. Because that off screen before we started, she mentioned that she has a 6-month-old puppy. So, uh, I mean, don't get me wrong, I love puppies, but I love dogs, but I'm a cat person.
Oh no, I've got six cats,
Oh wow,
including a
wow,
black cat. In-
wow, yeah. Oh God, I am a cat fanatic. I mean, if I see a cat, it's like I'll break down really quick.
Do you have
Um,
cats?
no, I don't. Unfortunately, where I live, I can't have. But the last place I lived in,
Uh,
I had 3 of them. We're working on getting a cat again. We're looking at a better place and getting a cat again, so that way I don't have that loneliness at night.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
So the third question, which brings up to where we're at currently, is going to be this: can you share information on your current projects? Now, I
Oh,
know when your reps emailed me that you were working on a new project. So, can you
oh, the
share
one
it?
in Atlanta. Yes, I just got back from Atlanta, and I'm working again with the same group, Charlie Steeds and David Lennox, the director and writer. David's the writer, Charlie's the director.
Yeah.
We did He Sees You When You're Sleeping together. So they contacted me earlier this season, and they said, "Hey, Lauren, we'd love to work with you again. We have a part with you in mind, and it's very different than the usual concerned mom thing that I'm known for."
Yeah.
And I can't give a whole lot about it
Okay.
because they're still finishing,
You're still
filming it.
filming and all that. Yeah.
But yeah, the bottom line is it's a departure from what I usually play. So
Mhm.
she's a bit of a trashy chick who married a very wealthy guy who she does not love or like. She married him for his money, and her
Oh,
and then I'm doing another one this week, actually. That's why I'm a little bit crazy right now, because I just
yeah,
had a wardrobe fitting. I'm doing
yeah.
another one this week in New York. It's a psychological thriller with a
Ooh,
touch of horror. Yeah, so that's it, well, we're in the middle of doing it right now. I get
mm-hmm.
home from Atlanta and I get thrown to going into the city to read the script with everybody, and then the wardrobe fitting today, and then meetings tomorrow. It's like, wow, all of a sudden I'm really busy.
Yeah. Okay. So, do you see yourself going back on TV again outside of these these projects you're working on right now?
Yeah, there's a lot of episodic television in New York. We have everything from the procedurals like Law and Order,
Mm-hmm.
FBI Most Wanted. We've got Elsbeth that films here, and we've also got Gilded Age that
Yeah.
films not too far. So
Okay.
there's a lot going on. So, we'll see. We'll see what happens. I'm open, definitely open to TV. I don't think we have any more soap operas in New York, so that's out of the question.
No, no, no. They're all out in California, mainly
Yeah,
Bold the Beautiful and Young and the Restless and General Hospital and Days of Our
Days of Our
Lives.
Lives. Yeah,
Yeah.
my friend Julie was just on a lot of Days of Our Lives. She played a psychotic killer on it.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, but believe it or not, though, you are the second actress I've actually had on. No, third actress I've had on this podcast in 5 years. Um,
Oh my gosh.
you you mentioned you did. There was one show you didn't mention, or I think you mentioned it. I didn't catch it. That was Blue Bloods.
Oh, do they still do that?
This is the final season of Blue Bloods,
Oh,
and
okay.
they and I actually had Gregory Jabara,
Oh, yes,
who
yes.
yeah, who
He's
plays
a great musical theater actor. He
yeah,
was on the Broadway show Damn Yankees. He was really good in that. I saw him in that.
yeah. Well, he was on this podcast 4 years ago. Um, and that was the day that William Shatner went to space. And he was like,
Wow.
and when we did that, he's like, he's like, Joey, you have, are you watching the TV right now? I'm like, no. So he had me turn on the TV, and we were talking. We actually had got over the hour that we would normally do on the audio, because
Oh,
now
wow.
this podcast is mainly now on YouTube. As best.
Okay.
So we wound up going that half hour over YouTube into YouTube,
Oh, wow.
and we were talking about William Shatner going to space and everything, and it was so much fun. Um, it was great, and then I had another. Well, she may not be well known yet, but she's getting there. I just had Stephanie Santana within the past year on as
No, I
well.
don't know.
Yeah,
Who,
she's kind
who,
of yeah, she's kind of like I said, maybe how can we say it? Um, Off Hollywood type actress.
what kind?
Like, well, she hasn't done like she does like these like independent movies.
Oh, okay. Yeah, yeah, yeah. We all
Yeah,
do those. Yeah.
yeah, yeah. And so, for those that want to know about American Fox, you can check her out on X or on Instagram. She loves chatting with real people about superheroines, so you can follow her at American Fox 4 or on Instagram at American Fox 12018. All right, so we got to
Boobs.
yeah. So we got to we went through Jason. We went through Girls Night Out. We went through loving. We went through being a parent. We went through being an educator. We discussed we started to discuss the new movie, new projects that you're working on. Um, one little thing that usually comes on mind in reference to having children and all that. Do you see your children following your footsteps into acting?
Yeah. No,
No.
they're all grown adults.
Oh,
No, they're all in their 30s. Two are
okay.
married. No, they do their own thing. No, 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 no.
So yeah, so grandma life is great too.
Well, with my puppies, yeah.
Oh, well, no, that's mommy life. I thought you said your grown children had children.
No, 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 they're all married, but they
Oh,
have
they're
not.
just married. Okay, no grandkids yet. Okay,
Only the dogs and the cats.
only the dogs and the cats. Okay, so so after so outside of and we also discussed a little bit of possibly working back into TV in the future. Yeah, I do. I was a fan of SVU, Law and
Yeah.
Order. Um, I and I and
My dog was on Law and Order.
yeah. Oh wow,
Yeah,
your
and
dog was on Law and Order.
my dog was on it a few times in my oh no, he was on a lot. He was on The Sinner, American Family.
Wow.
My puppy has been not the little puppy, the
Oh.
3-year-old border collie we have. He was a
Ah.
regular on FBI Most Wanted. They
Oh,
wanted him to
wow.
grow. Yeah, it
Oh,
was
wow.
really cool.
Oh, I'll have to look the next time. And I do watch FBI once in a while. So we got like I said, we discussed the upcoming film that you're doing. And like I said, we discussed the where do you see yourself in the next 10 years?
Living on a farm in Pennsylvania.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm in Philadelphia, so I mean, so yeah, I'm in Philadelphia, so and I'm a Jersey guy, so so mainly New York is like a hop, skip, and a jump for me in reference to it.
Oh, yeah, New York.
And I do come to New York once in a while, but what I actually do is I actually will hop on the train at 30th Street in Philly, and I'll get to Penn Station, but I'll go like late at night and get into.
Oh my God!
Yeah, I know. I really take the risk, and I get to Penn Station in New York by 2:00 in the morning, and I'll walk up to the Port Authority bus terminal, and when I go, I usually take a bus from there, and I go to Bethlehem, Pennsylvania, to a casino because I'm a casino freak.
Oh yeah, it's beautiful there.
Yeah,
okay, it's beautiful there. Oh my gosh,
it's so I go up there. I used to go like once every couple of months, so hopefully I'm due for a New York trip soon.
right,
yeah, but so, and especially with the holidays coming up, now this project that you just mentioned, is that supposed to be a holiday type?
No, he sees you when you're sleeping, which just came out on November 1st.
Right.
So it's on like Apple TV and Prime. So it's streaming. That's a Christmas movie. The new one won't be out until next year.
Oh, okay. So like like I said, so we got this new project coming out that's going to be out next year. You got this one that's out now. It's called He Sees You When You're Sleeping.
When You're Sleeping is out, and In a Violent Nature is also streaming everywhere.
Yeah. And then you can always look up on YouTube Girls Nite Out and Jason Part 2. I'm not much into horror movies because like I've seen a couple and I was like, not me. I couldn't. I mean, I've seen Jason ones. I've seen Jason ones.
Yeah.
So in the Jason movies, even though you did Part 2, which actual Jason movie did you like out of all of them?
I loved part 6.
Part 6? Yeah. I mean, when I saw Jason Takes Manhattan, I was like, eh. I mean, even though it was supposed to be horror, it really wasn't. You know, it kind of looked yeah. But we have someone here. Um, Sam Haynes Knight says hi, Lauren.
Hi.
Yes. So we got some viewers. Yay! but this video will come on. Will stay on afterwards, and your reps will get it. And they can always send it to you. You can always post it on the on. Let's talk about this website of yours that I've been peeking at.
What website?
LaurenMarieTaylor.com.
Oh yeah, I have actually I'm adding some new pictures that I just had taken on last Tuesday to it. I posted one on my Instagram on my birthday.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean my reel is on it. I've got like fan favorite a reel where it's scenes from Friday and Neighbors and Girls Night Out and Loving and
I saw those. Yeah.
Yeah, I manage all that myself. I actually, my friend Julie helps me just put the website together, but I manage all that stuff, and I manage my own Instagram. Yeah, the one person you were in contact with, Liv, she's a marketing student who actually is just fielding emails for me, and she's been great.
Yeah. So when I send it to her, you can put it out. You can put it on your website as well. But unfortunately, I have to show you this. I really have to show you this. And I'm a Mets fan. Unfortunately, hey.
At least you're not an Orioles fan.
Yeah. Well, she said, tell her I said the Yankees suck. That's why I said, I'm sorry I had to show that.
The Bengals and the Bills won last weekend, just saying.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
Ravens suck.
Yep. They just she had to go there. She said, go OS. Yeah, of course. If you're talking OS as in Ohio State, yes. I heard about the Jason Kelsey thing. So, and then she just said, this person just said, Ravens will take, and spelled take care wrong, of the Bengals on Thursday.
Oh, yeah. Okay, we'll see. Probably you're right, but, you know, I can't admit it. That's not here, so I can diss the Bengals a little.
Actually, the Ravens have not been the greatest this year. I mean, they got a decent record, but you got also, and I'm a 49er fan. So I go way back when Boomer Esiason was a quarterback.
Oh, I remember him.
Yeah.
Oh, my God. That's a long time ago.
Yeah, that's when Joe Montana was quarterback in the Niners at the time. So, but the Bengals have a decent team this year. I mean, they're not the greatest either. I mean, I have friends that are Dallas fans, and I feel more sorry for them.
Yeah, but they got hot cheerleaders, so I don't feel so bad.
Yeah, that's the only interesting thing about that was the cheerleaders. So, in reference to the Ravens Bengals game, I think I kind of see the Bengals edging this one out.
Bengals have a habit of blowing it at the last minute.
Yeah, but so does the Ravens. So, but I ran out of questions. Do you have anything else you want to promote besides the movie that the project you just did?
No, just be on the lookout for another movie with the with the Dark Temple motion pictures crowd next year. And yeah, that's all. Just go check out He Sees You When You're Sleeping, streaming, and of course in a Violent Nature. I will be at the Horror Sideshow holiday market on December 7th in Edison, New Jersey. I think there's
Oh,
a link on my website that'll
okay.
tell you about it. And yeah, people want to follow me on Instagram. It's just my name, Lauren Marie Taylor, one with the number one behind it. And I'm a little busy right now, but I'm around and looking forward to Thanksgiving. What are you
Uh,
doing for Thanksgiving?
I actually, you know how I said about casinos? I have a complimentary room at Harrah's Resort in Atlantic City on the marina.
Nice.
Yeah,
That's cool.
and usually what I do, and um, I most of the time I have done my year-end podcast from Atlantic City.
Nice.
This year, I have a goal to do it from Las Vegas
Oh boy.
because I've got rooms. I have complimentary rooms for like the Luxor, Excalibur. Oh well, I have to remind myself not to stay at Excalibur though, because and hopefully if I'm lucky enough, um, I'll find a room at the Luxor that has a refrigerator in it because I did not know that most of the rooms in Las Vegas don't have refrigerators.
No, they don't have refrigerators. They also don't have excuse me, in-room coffee makers
Yeah,
because I think they're afraid that people are just gonna
yeah,
leave with
yeah,
stuff. And
yeah.
like the
Well,
dressers are nailed into the floors. I mean, it's
yeah,
wild.
yeah, yeah. Well, I mean, it would be kind of hard to take a refrigerator out of a hotel without them seeing it. You know?
Not those little ones.
Oh, oh no, no, oh no. The little ones they have are kind of like big to me. They're like
Yeah.
huge, like that big. Yeah, but yeah, I usually do a year-end podcast, and and when I do it, I go all out. I mean, I thank everybody that comes on and so on.
Yeah.
And Lauren, you're always welcome to come back on as well.
Thank you. Do you hear my dogs are barking? You know what that means.
Yeah, I know. I'm gonna and this
Oh, cool.
person that they'll be at the horse, and Edison's literally my backyard where I grew up because I grew up in New Brunswick.
So you got to come to the Horror Sideshow Market.
I'll make an attempt. I can't guarantee because I work at Amazon, and I think.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Yeah, as you can
That's
tell.
after Black Friday.
Yeah, and plus it's peak during Amazon time, so they're throwing all these extra shifts in. So, but Lauren, thank you so much for taking your time out and coming on the podcast. Thank you so much, everybody, for watching the Life with Joey Calvin podcast. My name is Joey Calvin.
God bless you all. Thanks for having me on.
You're welcome. Anytime. Take care.
All right. Take it easy. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye now.